Hi guys, it's Tanya from Unbreakable Survivors. Today we're going to be talking about what to do if no one believes your abuse story. That can be really difficult to deal with, right? If you've gone and told people about it and either they don't believe you or they give your partner the benefit of the doubt, they just don't understand it, they don't know like how bad it is. It can be really frustrating when you're trying to find someone that will believe you, someone that will listen to you, someone that you can confide in. Let's talk about some things that you can do, all right? First of all, don't give up until you find someone who believes you. Okay, don't give up. I don't care if you talk to 20 people and they don't believe you or they don't help you, they don't do anything. Keep looking, keep going to people, keep telling people. All right. You might even start out like I did, just calling the hotline, the domestic violence hotline, or one of the other ones, and find somebody that believes you. You tell them, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I believe you. So that's really important. And hopefully over time, you can find somebody that believes you and will be there for you. So besides calling a hotline, you can also maybe get a counselor or a therapist, somebody that can be there for you and walk you through your journey of abuse so that they can guide you and help you to know what to do and what to expect and how to get healing. Unfortunately, some people will not believe you because they haven't experienced it themselves and they don't understand it. Okay, that's just a fact. I ran into that myself. I didn't even realize it was abuse. So I would say, this is really hard, this relationship, and I don't know what to do. And people have just said, oh, try to communicate harder or just work on it. And they just don't understand. If you're in an abusive relationship, usually it's not going to get better. And a lot of times they just don't get that. And some people think physical violence is the only type of abuse. So domestic violence is the only thing that they think that is bad enough to go and get help for. Unfortunately, they don't realize all the different kinds of abuse that there are and how badly all of these types of abuse can harm you and affect you negatively. That's another reason why people might not believe you. Something else you might expect is that some people will take your partner's side and believe them instead of you. So this can be really hard to take because it could be part of your family. It could be your friends. It could be people really close to you that you thought had your back. And they are just falling for it from everything your partner's saying and making you look like the crazy one or that you have issues and that they're really not abusing you. That's something else you might run into. And another one is that people in your community might love your partner and they just might not see them in that way. And they just don't believe that they could be abusive. So a lot of times I know, especially with narcissistic abuse, if your partner is showing signs of narcissistic traits, I'm not saying they are a narcissist, but if they have those traits, a lot of times they come off as very charismatic and everybody seems to love them and loves to be around them. They might be the life of the party. They might just attract people, and that's something else that you might run into. If you can be prepared that these are things that might affect why people aren't believing you. So basically, don't give up. Don't give up, even if members of your family or your friends or people close to you or people at church are either not believing you or just don't think it's possible, or they think you might be blowing things out of proportion, or you're misinterpreting things. Don't give up. Go find somebody. Keep looking. Keep looking until you find someone that you know will be there for you, that you can call on, that they will support you. A lot of times, if you can look back in your past, it doesn't have to be far back in your past, but who is it that has always been there for you? Who could you always turn to? And they were there for you. They believed you. They supported you. It could be somebody that you're not even thinking of, maybe an aunt, maybe a neighbor, maybe somebody from school, a counselor. It could just be anybody, a grandma, a grandpa, somebody that you know has always been there for you. Maybe they might be the ones to finally believe you. And if not, I'm always here for you. Okay. I believe you. I believe you if you've been in a toxic relationship, if you've been in an abusive relationship. I believe you. I really do. Because I've been there and I've tried myself reaching out to get help without much success at all. So I know when you're sharing your story, I know it happened. I believe it. I believe what they do behind closed doors. I do. Nothing shocks me. I really do believe you. If you want to reach out, I'm always here to talk and to listen. Just keep that in mind. I can be your person if you want. All right. Thanks, guys.